Earth has a hidden shield that protects us every second of every day. It is called the magnetic field, and it is created by the movement of liquid iron deep inside the planet's core. This field stretches far out into space, blocking dangerous radiation from the sun and guiding compasses on Earth. But throughout history, this magnetic field has not been fixed. It has flipped many times north, becoming south, and south, becoming north. Scientists know this has happened before, but what if Earth's magnetic field flipped permanently and never returned to its normal state? The first thing to understand is that such a flip would not be sudden like switching a light on and off. It would happen slowly, over hundreds or even thousands of years. During this time, the magnetic field would become weaker and more chaotic. Multiple north and south poles could appear in strange places, confusing both humans and animals. Compasses, which have always pointed north, would spin unpredictably, making navigation difficult until new systems were created. One of the biggest impacts would be on animals. Many creatures, such as birds, turtles, and whales, use Earth's magnetic field to travel long distances. They follow the invisible lines of magnetism to find breeding grounds or to migrate across oceans. If the field flipped permanently, their natural maps would be scrambled. For a time, migration patterns might collapse, leaving animals lost, confused, and at risk of dying out. Over many generations, species could adapt, but the short-term effects would be devastating for ecosystems. Humans would face challenges too. Power grids, satellites, and communication systems rely on stability in the magnetic field. When the field weakens, more harmful radiation from the sun can reach Earth's surface. This could cause stronger solar storms, knocking out satellites, damaging airplanes, and shutting down entire electrical networks. A permanent flip would force engineers to rebuild technology with stronger protection. Without it, GPS signals, internet connections, and even daily electricity could fail. Radiation exposure would also rise. Normally, the magnetic field acts like a shield, pushing away harmful solar particles. A weaker or permanently flipped field might allow more of that radiation to reach the surface. This would increase risks of cancer, damage to electronics, and even changes to weather patterns in the upper atmosphere. Human beings might need to wear more protection outdoors, and airplanes might have to fly lower to avoid dangerous zones. But the picture is not all doom. Earth has survived many flips before. The last full reversal happened about 780,000 years ago, and life continued. If the field flipped permanently, humans would eventually adapt. We might create new navigation systems that don't rely on magnetism. Cities might be built with radiation shielding in mind. Satellites could be redesigned to handle stronger solar storms. With enough preparation, the flip would be a challenge, not the end of the world. There would also be strange effects on daily life. Northern and southern lights, the beautiful auroras, could appear in new places, maybe even over areas that never see them today. Compasses would need to be remarked, with north pointing south and south pointing north. Maps would have to be updated. It might feel like the planet itself has turned upside down, even though land and oceans stay in the same place. Over time, humans would adjust, children would grow up knowing that compasses point differently, and new generations of animals would learn to follow the reversed field. What feels like chaos at first would eventually become normal, but during the transition, the world would face years of confusion, danger, and adjustment. The real risk of a permanent flip is not the reversal itself, but the weakened field that comes with it. More radiation, stronger solar storms, and failing technology would test our survival. It would take global cooperation to protect satellites, rebuild power systems, and shield people from new dangers. The flip would remind us how much we depend on Earth's invisible defenses and how fragile human life really is in the face of cosmic forces. So, what if Earth's magnetic field flipped permanently? Navigation would change, animals would struggle, and technology would need massive upgrades. The planet would go through years of instability, but life would not end. We would adapt, just as Earth has adapted through countless reversals in the past. In the end, it would be less about the flip itself and more about how humanity chooses to face it with fear or with innovation.